Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Kendi Ntwiga, and I'm the country manager for Microsoft in Kenya. We are glad to be with you here today to talk about investing in future-proof innovation. The digital revolution is changing how banking gets done. Every bank is eager to evolve, using secure and compliant technology to fundamentally reimagine their business. This is innovation with real impact. Impact of changing customer expectations, meeting complex regulations, dealing with new competitors, while compacting cyber threats and inspiring a productive workforce. At Microsoft, our mission is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. This acts as the North Star in everything we do. Every product choice we make, how we show up for our customers, how we work with our partners. It's not just a set of words. When we talk about empowering people, we simply mean that with the right tools, anyone, anywhere in the world can become anything they want to be. And so as we look at innovation, as we look at a future-proof banking innovative space, successful digital transformation is focused on 4 areas to unlock the value companies seek. As shown on your screens, these areas are on vision and strategy, culture, unique potential, and capabilities. Secure, trusted, and innovative. That is what we go with as we work with customers. We have helped thousands of organizations on their digital transformation by embracing change and unlocking new value creation. What we have learned is that the ones that are most successful understand that this process is a journey that supports their people to create the value the organization seeks by having a clear vision and strategy, by having a unique culture. We are trained that culture is the only thing that cannot be copied or replicated organization from organization, and hence it is an advantage. By having the unique potential and capabilities as the foundational elements, then turning to technology. So simply put, technology is a tool, people are the focus, and more value is the outcome. When we look at the forces at work that are driving change or driving innovation, we find a number. The first is the employee collaboration and changing work patterns. Financial services industry, the industry you operate in, has its greatest assets as the employees who are the heartbeat of the operations and the customer engagements or services. Whether on site or remote, employees with the right collaboration tools are more effective to partner with each other to address business needs and service customers. In times of crisis, our workplace safety becomes a top priority to protect and keep employees safe. As offices open, there will be need for flexibility because, as we see, we are adopting more of a hybrid workplace approach. The next force that is for driving change is the changing customer expectations. You find that customers expect consistent services and experience across different banking channels. As a result, there is increased pressure for a single brand journey for customer engagement, whether it is digital or in person, and to empower the employees to understand that customers need to be guided through these different services and offerings, regardless of what channel they choose. Digital channels are also more important than ever. As customers have been leveraging mobile, we've seen that the bots have been used as a fast respondents to customers and other online channels. Since in the last 1.5 years, when we've gone through the pandemic, this has actually become more prevalent because people have chosen not to physically go to spaces. So we find that the various channels will be most critical as we move forward. The next force is the cost optimization and legacy systems. You find that volatility in the market and the key economic data shows continued downward pressures on costs. These are set off organizations to identify ways to save on costs and invest in areas to drive sustainable growth. The crisis today has also prompted organizations to reevaluate legacy systems to save on costs while gaining all the modern advantage of a modern system. You find that legacy systems demand for a lot of resources, whether it's human resources or money, in order to be supported. So as various organizations look at that and you wonder, can you at least use a portion of what it is you spend on your legacy systems, retire those, and perhaps pick more modern technologies which will give you greater output. Additionally, the drive for a frictionless customer experience calls for banks to transform their legacy technology to support the new demand for the right experience at the right time, through the right channel. So all of this must tally. Regardless of the channel I choose as a customer, I need it timely and it needs to be the right solution. And for you to have that, you find that you need to start utilizing modern technologies. Siloed dates and systems that don't interpret or that fail to communicate with each other keep up the new a threat to the business space. While cloud was once considered a major security risk, banks are now looking to leverage the flexibility and scalability of the cloud in a safe and compliant manner. Keyword here, compliant. Then you find the next force is the changing business models. This, if there's an industry that has experienced this, it is the banking industry or the financial services industry, where you find the rise of non-traditional players and fintechs are forcing banks to change their business strategy and embrace new business models that blend third-party products and capabilities with the bank's own products, meaning you're able to actually extend your offering simply because you've allowed the third party to integrate into your own products. The risk of not considering new business models is great. And because of this high risk, banks don't really have a choice, if we could say that. And in order for them to remain relevant, then they have to accommodate the third-party players. Then the key one, which we cannot ignore, is the fraud and cybercrime. As we go digital, the more digital we go, whether it's individually or government-wise or corporate-wise, then we find there is great opportunity for cybercrime. Financial crime is on the rise, with sanctioned individuals and terrorist financiers using increasingly sophisticated means to move money and circumvent protections. Governments around the world are trying to fight back, and a quarter of the banks think cyber risk is a top threat in the industry, and rightly so. Regulators are looking to crack down and penalize any banks that are growing, that delay in adopting of cybersecurity measures, and as failing to find and stop transactions with sanctioned organizations can be catastrophic to a financial organization. And so, as you consider this, while innovation and the growth presents a great opportunity, in the good side, it also presents a great opportunity for the cyber criminals, but not to fret, because how can you use technology to fight this? How can you use technology to apply cybersecurity in space? Then, of course, the big one for the banking industry and for the financial services industry is a complex regulatory environment. We find today regulators are the ones who call you into these spaces to have the conversation. So that while the industry is experiencing a level of regulatory scrutiny that is unprecedented in its intensity, the same regulators are working with you to simplify this. Indeed, regulatory compliance is having a profound effect on the business models of financial institutions. Therefore, regulatory compliance and risk management remain top priorities as financial institutions navigate the new normal. Data is key to the transformation of financial services, yet how you treat data is subject to regulation. The amount of structured and unstructured data that financial institutions need to analyze has grown, which is a good thing, because when you have all this data, it means the opportunity as well to upsell and to scale is there. And as it grows, as you need to analyze and grow and see the insights into risk management and regulatory compliance, it becomes central and strategic to the industry. Financial institutions that best manage and monetize data will be on a strong path to stronger risk management and improved operational efficiency. So as we've seen this, in summary, the forces that are at work in driving innovation in the financial services industry is the employee collaboration with the changing work patterns, the changing customer expectations, the cost optimization and legacy systems, changing business models, fraud and cybercrime, and of course, the regulatory environment. So if we look at it from a Microsoft perspective, well, if you remember when we started, we said that our mission is to empower every organization to achieve more. So when we look at how do we do it in Microsoft for the banking sector, for the financial institution, financial services industry, then you find some of the scenarios. When we look at empowering employees through teamwork, we do this by improving and accelerating workplace modernization. Technology in that point becomes a tool, but people drive the success. Improving employee productivity and accelerating workplace modernization by enhancing collaboration. That means we break down the silos and provide secure data access anywhere. This we have done for various organizations around the world, and we can have conversations around this. The next scenario we look at is managing risk across the enterprise. And when we manage risk across the enterprise, we are able to improve risk insights and comply with the regulatory requirements. This then helps you as a financial institution to then comply to your regulator, regardless of where that is, because we are able to look and make it local or customize it to your environment. The next is about compacting financial crime. So at Microsoft, we work with you to protect the bank and its customers while lowering compliance costs, especially in times of crisis. And when you do this, then it means that you're able to actually remain a viable going concern, and you're able to manage the risks that are prevalent with cybercrime. Then the next is we modernize payments and the core banking. This means that there's increased agility to roll out new products and services while saving on costs and moving from legacy systems. Again, as we saw, the cost of maintaining legacy systems can be high. And if you could work a plan to transition from legacy to emerging technologies, which actually achieve more for you, then at the end of it, there's more benefit for the institution. Then finally, we deliver differentiated customer experiences. This is seen by helping accelerate growth by infusing artificial intelligence to create a differentiated customer experience. As we've seen, the customer expects the same kind of experience across different channels, whether it's in person, whether it's on mobile, whether it's internet banking, whichever. They want to know, if I come to you, my experience is the same regardless of which part I choose to work with. So we work with AI to create a differentiated customer experience and minimize call wait time for standardized inquiries. As we've seen, Microsoft is able to mirror and respond to some of the issues that we see in the banking sector. Back to our mission statement, which is empowering organizations to do more. So when we look at empowering, in summary, banking companies to achieve more, we look at trust. That is, we never monetize your data. You own your data, you work with your data, We allow you to innovate with your data. We work with you. We think with you. Scale. We look at how you can scale the industry leading the industry leading cloud scale and infrastructure, industry leading infrastructure and the partner ecosystem, because we have great partners. On top of all of that, we have industry leading scale with over 15 billion invested in cloud infrastructure and more than 1 million physical servers across 54 global regions. So regardless of where you are, whether it is in Asia, whether it is in Africa, in Europe, in the Americas, you find that you will find data centers there. And for workloads or data that must be reside locally, then we work with you to differentiate this and to ensure that you remain compliant. Then, of course, is the security and compliance, where the highest level of commitment to security is we invest in that. Over $1 billion is invested annually in cybersecurity. Our R&D is heavy in cybersecurity. We have cyber defense operation centers. We bring together security responses experts from across the company, across the world to help protect, detect, and respond. We work 24/7, so you're always in good hands. We have a broad, comprehensive set of compliance certificates that meets over 50 private and government and national, international standards. That said, we do this across different ways. We don't work alone, we work through our partners, and these are partners who sometimes are already in your organizations. So as you think, as you broaden, as you innovate, we're there for you. So claim your intelligent future. As you think about the investing in a future-proof innovation, think with us. Let's work with you. Hopefully you're inspired to claim your future and want to engage us to go deeper. We can do this through executive briefings. We have Microsoft Technology Centers, and we can also have envisioning sessions with you where we challenge your status quo, where we see the art of possibility by igniting what is new, looking at what others are doing, how different regions you can leverage that, and then helping you be successful. That said, we're so glad to be here today, that you invited us to talk with you, to work with you as we look at the innovative future. Thank you.